10 Sure Signs You're Dealing with an INFJ. Among the 16 personality types identified by Myers-Briggs, INFJs are the least common due to their reputation for being reserved and quiet. Yet, in the appropriate setting, they may let their guard down and bring genuine happiness to those closest to them. In addition, INFJs are excellent mimics and adapters, which makes it tough for those around them to understand what drives them. Curious as to whether a loved one of yours is an INFJ? I've compiled indicators that they probably are. 1. They appear to be lost in thought a lot. Why should I bother communicating with the real world if the one within my head is so much more exciting? There may be innumerable times when an INFJ has this notion. You may be pals with an INFJ if you've ever noticed that they tend to be quiet and introverted. In actuality, INFJs are social chameleons, easily shifting their demeanor to fit the group they're interacting with. Nonetheless, introverted intuition is the dominant cognitive mode in INFJ personalities. This indicates that although INFJs may appear reserved, their minds are actually quite active. If an INFJ seems lost in thought, it's because they're probing the depths of their own mind for answers to the deepest questions of existence. The alternative explanation is that they are overanalyzing a disagreement they had with someone 2 years. The alternative explanation is that they are overanalyzing a disagreement they had with someone 2 years. 2. It's hard to get to know them. Being private is one thing, but INFJ-level secrecy is another. INFJs are notoriously difficult to get to know because, as introverts, they need time alone to refuel. In truth, INFJs are outgoing and gregarious, but only with those they feel comfortable and safe with. They expect others to hold up their part of the conversation when they are in unfamiliar or large groups. A good indicator that you haven't yet won an INFJ's trust is that they don't discuss much about themselves. If they come to trust you as a reliable confidant, they will eventually open up to you. The task of getting to know them will be difficult till then. They enjoy engaging in deep discussion. Speaking as an INFJ, I prefer deep discussions than superficial small talk any day of the week. The truth is that INFJs sometimes come off as arrogant because of their propensity for philosophical discussions, but this tendency usually stems from a genuine interest in expanding their knowledge and understanding. Here's a quick review. They are intuitive feelers, or INFJs. They tend to spend a lot of time contemplating, thinking, and attempting to make sense of the world around them. They feel fulfilled whenever they can impart their wisdom to a person who is interested and displays an interest in learning just as much as they do. 4. They are firmly committed to their beliefs. Individuals with INFJ personalities value genuineness and principled integrity. They will defend their convictions to the end, to the point where they may have difficulty seeing things from other people's perspectives. You might not notice this about an INFJ at first meeting, but if you try to convince an INFJ to change their mind about anything they feel strongly about, you'll quickly learn how strongly they believe in what they believe in. 5. They are exceptional audience members. INFJs are known for their keen ability to listen because of their high levels of empathy. INFJs, who rely heavily on their phi axis, find meaning in being in service to others and have excellent empathy. Since INFJs are introverts, they tend to take on the role of listener in conversations, providing sympathetic support while gently suggesting solutions to your problems. The problem is that an INFJ's listening skills may get tired after a while. They have a tendency to take on the feelings of those around them and have difficulty distinguishing between their own and those of others they are interacting with. In light of this, it is especially important for an INFJ to set appropriate limits and take time away from exhausting social situations in order to. 6. It may take them a long time to make a decision. INFJs are intuitive personalities. Therefore, they usually go with their first instinct when faced with a choice. Still, to others who don't know them well, they may appear to be unable to make up their minds. There are a few causes of this phenomenon. As an INFJ, I am able to carefully consider all of the options after coming to an initial conclusion based on gut feelings. When I feel challenged or criticized by other people, I tend to act this way. It's possible that someone pointed out a small flaw in my logic. That's enough to make me mistrust my own judgment. Moreover, an INFJ can take an inordinate amount of time to make a choice if they do not have confidence in their own judgment. They'll be considering the effects of their choices on those around them and debating whether or not it's the best option. 7. They avoid confrontation like the plague. Perhaps you know an INFJ if they are the type who avoid conflict at all costs. People with these traits are excellent at reading the moods of others and working to keep the peace in a group setting. This means they do best in calm settings and are troubled by and stressed by interactions with others. For an INFJ, it can be difficult to maintain emotional distance during a contentious discussion. Because they care more about avoiding conflict than taking a stand, INFJs generally avoid confrontation. 8. They are prone to be perfectionists. INFJs are one of the personality types that tend to be perfectionists by nature. While striving for excellence is admirable, INFJs often struggle with perfectionism. Perfectionism is a hallmark of the INFJ personality type, and this type tends to place impossible demands on themselves and others. They seek to eliminate as many potential obstacles as possible. INFJs might be hard on themselves when they fail to meet their own high expectations, and then blame themselves for the way events turned out. 9. They work hard to make everyone feel at home. I'm sure you all have that one friend that can keep a secret and still have people trust them. Most likely an INFJ. The truth is that INFJs thrive when they're able to make others feel at ease in their company. They are the unsung heroes of the group, the calm and loving types that quietly root for the success of those close to them. This warmth and friendliness serves INFJs well when they are trying to connect with others. However, INFJs should be careful of those who try to take advantage of their kindness in order to avoid giving in to the temptation to please others. 10. They may be too quick to assess situations. When meeting you for the first time, INFJs may not let on, but they are actually assessing you. As a result, they tend to form snap conclusions about the people they encounter. Since INFJs are so reliant on their intuition, they don't take well to having their worldview questioned. Sometimes it takes time to persuade someone they might be wrong once they've been fixated on a single idea.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit notification bell so you will be notified whenever we upload a new video. Remain better.